I'm Braxton Kiefer. Welcome back to the CALcast. We're students in a character and leadership class in Litchfield High School. We're excited to welcome you back to our podcast. Today we'll be interviewing our last minute coach.
Hello, my name is Vincent Moore, and today we have a very special guest. He is Litchfield Middle School wrestling coach, high school golf coach, and he's the head track coach. This year he brought his golf team to state, placed 8th, and he has multiple years of success of bringing athletes to state. Please welcome in Coach Newkirk.
Thanks for coming out.
You're welcome.
So we're going to ask you a few questions today. What are your plans for after you retire?
After retirement, I'm still trying to kind of piece that together. A lot of time with family. I've got 2 granddaughters, Emma and Chloe, and spend a lot of time with them. Try to actually learn how to play golf for a change, and then just relax, and spend some time working on me.
Fun. You gonna travel anywhere?
My wife loves to travel. Amy's a big traveler. Her favorite thing to say is wheels up, and so we will definitely be doing some traveling. 2 years from now, when she retires, I'm thinking the travel plans will increase quite a bit. So yes, we will be doing some travel. First trip this summer, we're going to head down to New Orleans this summer. Is our first retirement trip, though.
Any dream vacation?
Dream vacation involves I'm an outdoors type person, so I love Colorado. So anything dream vacation would be around that. I've become very interested in looking up. They have wild horses out in Colorado. There's one in particular that's been there for quite some time, and so kind of a bucket list thing is I'd love to see this horse firsthand in person. So that's kind of high on the list.
So tell us a little about your family.
My family, my wife Amy is from Litchfield. She's a Litchfield girl. Graduated from Litchfield in 1987. My son and daughter, our eldest is Elizabeth, Betsy, is a nurse in Springfield. They live in Chatham. She is married to our son-in-law, Jake Zerletich, and they have 2 daughters, Emma, who's age 6, and Chloe, who's almost 4. My son Seth is a recruiter for a tech company and lives in Peoria. He is single and plays a lot of golf and just enjoys being single.
Do you have any pets, or do you want to have any pets in the future?
We do. We have 2 dogs at home. We have a golden retriever named Jax, and we have a beagle named Bentley. And as far as future pets, we kind of talk. We've had pets through our entire marriage and adult life, but we're thinking that maybe these will be our last, at least for a while, with hopes to travel. It makes it difficult having pets. We enjoy pets. We enjoy dogs, but we'll see about the future.
So do you plan to continue living here after you retire?
We will, yes. At least for the near future, we'll still be in Litchfield. We talk about and we kind of dream about a little bit getting closer to our granddaughters, which are in Chatham, and maybe getting up to the west side of Springfield, Chatham area. But for right now, at least for the foreseeable future, we'll still be here in Litchfield, yes.
All right, so we're going to move into some sports-like questions. So, what is your favorite event in track and field?
My favorite event is the pole vault. I pole vaulted myself in high school and college. It's the most technical, I think, of the events. There's a lot going on, as you know. Braxton's a pole vaulter. There's just a lot going on with the event, and so I have always enjoyed the different parts and breakdown of it. So I like teaching it the most, watching it the most, and that was my favorite to compete in myself.
So do you have any inspiration to continue coaching after you retire?
In the near future, I do not. I've had a lot of seasons, and for right now anyway, I'm just going to take some time and rest and recover. And, as I said earlier, I'm going to work on me a little bit and train me a little bit as opposed to other people. I'm not ruling it out for the future, but at least for the near time or the foreseeable future, I'm going to take a break.
Would you like to get into any officiating?
Yes, that is something I am definitely interested in, and some wrestling officiating, starting track meets, and some friends of mine have dreamed for years about putting together a football officiating crew. So if we can get Coach Elvers to get going, it's some of us that I can see myself doing that as well.
What are the best traits for someone who does track?
Track that's a good question. When I read that question, that's one I probably thought about the most. I've always said that track has something for everyone, and I truly believe that I think that, as far as body types or speed or endurance, that all is good factors. But I think as far as just a single trait that works best is just the willingness to work hard. That if I'm willing to, I've seen kids that were incredibly gifted athletes that were just not very hard workers and did not have a lot of success. And we've had kids that would not have been considered to be really gifted as athletes that were tremendously successful just because they were hard workers. So I think a good work ethic would be the trait I would put above all else.
So, what's your greatest accomplishment as a coach?
Ooh, as a coach, I think just I see it in the future. I think kids coming back and that they share things that we learned in track or wrestling or whatever, and that they're sharing experiences and stories about how that did apply to life and that they're being successful because of it in life. I think, lots of successes on the now basis in track where, we work hard and have a great time, or, we introduce a new move in wrestling and someone uses that move to win a match, are easy answers for success in coaching. But I think the longevity of success is when they take those lessons and they apply that to their lives and enrich in their lives and are successful. I think is where our greatest accomplishments of coaches are really seen.
Who's your favorite Olympic track runner of all time?
My favorite Olympic track athlete was a guy named Sergei Bubka. Was a Russian pole vaulter back in the 80s when I was in high school and college, and he was shattering the world record at the time. In fact, he held the world record till just recently when Mondo Duplantis has really stepped up and taken over the event. But he really revolutionized how to pole vault and the techniques and a pole vault, so I watched that a lot. And now this was kind of pre-World Wide Web and YouTube, where it was really hard to find footage of athletes to see world class. So you would watch and you would use your VCR to tape track meets and stuff, and so then we would really break it down, and we would get together, especially in college, we'd get together in our dorm rooms, and if somebody got their hands on any kind of footage of an athlete, we would get together and really watch that stuff and try to mimic and train in a way that would bring those things out. But Bubka was just ahead of his time in my favorite event of the pole vault. So that was who I really looked up to the most at that time as an athlete growing up.
We're going to bring in Tristan Staggs and Chloe Law for some rapid fire questions.
Okay.
Thanks for agreeing to do these.
No problem.
We'll be asking you some rapid fire questions and see how fast you can answer them.
Okay.
Fast food.
Fast food restaurant. McDonald's. The support. Oh, sorry, McDonald's. Their support of the school has been incredible.
Favorite movie?
The Godfather.
What's your favorite football team?
Seahawks.
Favorite day of the week?
Friday.
Favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Favorite color?
Blue.
What's your favorite breakfast food?
Eggs and toast.
Favorite sport?
Oh, the one I'm in.
What type of music do you listen to?
Rock.
Favorite drink?
Coffee.
Favorite Christmas carol?
Mary, did you know?
Go-to snack?
Chips.
Would you rather travel to the past or future?
Ooh. Past.
Cannonball into a pool or getting slowly?
Oh, cannonball.
Salty or sweet?
Salty.
We're going to turn it back to Braxton and Vince. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good answers.
Thank you.
So we have one final kind of sport-related question. It's a very important one here. So who's your favorite wrestler from the 2021 to 2022 middle school wrestling season?
Let's see with how many of you in the room right now. 5 in the room right now. That's a tough one. I guess there's the easy answer would be Vincent Moore. He was the last guy on the mat that season and got second in the state, the highest place winner. The 7 guys that qualified for state, which was a record. We'd never had that many before. 4 placed in all state athletes. So that would be a good answer too. Those 4 guys. That's a good one. Cyan had great hair. Cyan Jade had great hair, so that's a fun answer. now that they don't mandate haircuts anymore. But and in general though, that was one of the funnest seasons of coaching I've had. You guys were just a really great group of guys and worked really hard and made it easy. We could show things once and you just picked it up and got it, and it was a really fun year. In all honesty, it would be really, really difficult because collectively you guys got along so well and supported each other so much and really exemplified what being on a team is about. And it was a blast. It was fun. That's not a fair question. There's so many easy answers. That was me.
So in track, what have we been doing really well, and what do we need to work on as the season moves forward?
Doing really well. Again, our work ethic has been really good. We had a lot of new faces to track this year to the high school team, whether it be coming from the middle school or boys and girls coming out for the first time. And things have just gelled well, I think. Really lots of support and high levels of just watching each other and supporting each other and cheering for each other has been a real high point for me personally. Lots of PRs and personal bests and records from meet to meet. It seems like every meet we have at least 5 or 6 kids that have their best performance of the season, which has made it a lot of fun as well. The weather's not been the greatest. It's been windy, cold, or a combination of all of them, but nobody ever complains. Nobody ever, everybody always has a great attitude about it, and so it's really, for me, on a personal level, being my last season ever, it's just that part of it's made it really just awesome. A lot of fun.
Well, thank you for coming in today and all your years of coaching and helping. We really appreciate your time. When's your next meet?
Our next meet is, our girls have the sectional track meet this Thursday, and the boys have a boys-only invitation on Friday, and then our sectional is the Thursday after that, and then Memorial Day weekend is the boys' state tournament, and girls have state next weekend. So we're wrapping things up here in the next 2 to 3 weeks.
All right, well, good luck. Next up, we want to introduce everyone who has helped put the CALcast together. Hi, I'm Braxton Kiefer, and I'm co-host.
Oh, my name is Vincent Moore, and I was the co-host for the CALcast.
I'm Tucker McGuire, and I'm Sports Recap.
I'm Chloe Law, and I did sports recap and rapid fire.
Hello, I'm Tristan Staggs, and I helped create questions, and I did rapid fire questions.
I'm Jake Strange, and I was in charge of production.
I'm Ashton Schmitz, and I was the recorder.
I'm Zach Hansel, and I'm the video editor.
What have you learned from coaching with Mr. Newkirk, and what showed you that he was a great coach?
A few of the things I've learned from him, I've had the opportunity to work with him in track, and I've learned the ability to connect with the athletes and get them to maybe do things that they're not necessarily wanting to do. One of the things that I've learned watching him in track is he will get kids to go above and beyond in the events that they do to be able to compete. And I think that also goes in line with what makes him a great coach is his connection to his athletes. At his last track meet, I got the opportunity to see a lot of his former athletes come back and share a moment with him or talk to him or watch the kids or cheer him on. And I think that's why you coach, is the connection with those guys. And that was really neat to see. I was not here at the beginning of his career, obviously, but I was able to see guys that ran for him early in his career, so that was really neat.
How has coaching with Mr. Newkirk been for all these years? What is your best memory of coaching with him?
So I first started coaching in the area in 1999. I was at Gillespie and coaching cross country, and Coach Newkirk was in Litchfield. We used to have some major battles. And then I went to my first coach rules meeting for track in spring of 2000. And I always thought it'd be cool if I could ever have a chance to coach with him. It'd be great. And then little did I know that was going to happen like 3 or 4 years later. So in spring of 2000, fall 2003, I moved to Litchfield, started teaching there, and I've been coaching with him since 2003. He's been a great mentor, a great friend. He's been actually a great leader for all the coaches in the area. If you want to talk like the four, there's 4 presidents on Mount Rushmore, there should be like 4 coaches on Mount Rushmore for the South Central Conference. David Jokic, Jerry Grandoni, Ken Garrison, and Dan Newkirk. Those are the 4 people that really built the track in the area and helped it grow tremendously. I learned a lot from him. My greatest memory probably would be, there's not one probably memory, but all the whole journey all together for the past 24 years I've known him, 20 years I've been coaching with him. It's just been a fabulous ride, Learned a lot, and he will be missed.
How long have you known Coach Newkirk, and do you think he impacted LHS and LMS?
I have known Coach Newkirk the entire time he's taught here, 32 years, and I feel that he has taught many of our students great things to become better athletes as well as better people.
How has coaching with Mr. Newkirk been for all these years? What will you miss the most?
Coaching with Mr. Newkirk has just been fantastic. I mean, it's been great. I've learned much of what I know about coaching from Dan Newkirk, and so it's been really great. He's helped me a lot. I like to think I've helped him some here and there, and it's been a good partnership with guys and girls track. I think I will probably miss the most just the day-to-day sort of camaraderie, just the day-to-day sort of joking around and giving him a hard time and him giving me a hard time, and just sort of the weight of the years that comes along with that, with coaching from people for a long time. Because I'll still be able to go to him for advice if I need it. He's still going to be around. I've got his phone number, and some of those things I'm sure that I'll probably still do, but just that day-to-day thing in the spring, where we're able to kind of to do that, I'll miss that for sure.
How was it like coaching with Mr. Newkirk?
It was great coaching with Coach Newkirk. I learned quite a bit from him. When I first started here, I was a young coach. He'd been coaching for a few years, and he gave me some great advice anytime I needed it. I enjoyed working with him. He always looked after the kids first, always brought a lot of energy and knowledge, and I really, really enjoyed my time coaching with him in both track and football.
What did you like most about Mr. Newkirk?
About coaching with Coach Newkirk?
Yeah.
I liked his enthusiasm and his excitement for being a coach. I liked his honesty. I liked how he treated people. I enjoyed watching him enjoy coaching, and I enjoyed every minute of it, and he will be missed greatly.
How long have you known Mr. Newkirk, and how do you think his energy transferred into his athletes?
I think I've known Coach Newkirk for 12 years now, and his energy transfers into his athletes by the passion that he brings to anything that he does, whether it's coaching or whether it's being a teacher, whether it's being a husband. He always strives to do 100% in everything that he's ever done. He's made me a better person. He's made every athlete that has come across his doorstep a better person. And that energy that he gives really comes from his passion for everything that he does.
Thank you for tuning in to our last CALcast with Braxton and I'm Vincent and the whole crew. We thank you for watching, and a very special thanks to Mr. Newkirk as we wish him well for all he has done for the school and its programs, and we wish you a good summer.